Ah, okay.
Sean's a camera noob.
I don't know what cameras do. Okay guys, what's going on? So we're gonna do another vlog for you guys today, and we're gonna be talking about our vehicle histories and stuff that we've owned. So let's get to it.
I'm gonna start.
No. Okay, yeah, you start.
Yeah, I'm gonna start because I only have one other than this one. Well, as you guys know, this is my 2005 Subaru WRX. I guess I'll get going here. But only apart from this one, I've only owned one other vehicle, and that was my 1993 Nissan 300ZX NA, unfortunately.
Yep.
That's it. I owned that. That was my first car.
And it was a money pit.
It was an absolute money pit. I spent $55 on the car.
$5,500.
And then another probably another $5,000 into it, trying to just keep it running, keep it on the road.
So that's like new injectors, new. Actually, yeah. What shit did you put into it?
In that car, I did the injectors, the timing belt, like oh man, it's been a while since I've owned that car, but what else did I do to it?
Did you do like idle air, pulley?
Oh, I did the idle air control valve.
New tires.
Yeah, I did
Those were cheap as hell, though.
with that. Yeah. So I mean, it was. I'll have to get like a list of all the stuff that I do that I did to it if you guys really care. It was a long list of stuff, and it probably was around $5,000 or $6,000 total over the course of about 2.5, 3 years that I owned the car. Probably about 3 years.
And keep in mind, this wasn't like performance stuff.
No,
this is
this
all
was-
just maintenance stuff.
Yeah,
Like
the only other money I put into it for, personal money spent on it was for an audio system that I did, which
Yeah,
was an
sure.
absolute bitch of a job. If any of you have ever owned any kind of Nissan product or any Nissan car, changing the audio system on it is ridiculous, especially if it's a Bose system, because Bose makes it so that you never change that shit. And they make it so that it sounds cool where every speaker has its own amplifier, or its own, basically its own amplifier.
because that's a good system.
It sounds cool, but then when you try to
Ow.
change it, it's just awful. It is such a hell of a job, and it took probably over the course of a couple days work to do the whole thing. Especially because the stock speakers were only like a 3x3 inch, and the ones that I put in were a two-way 6x9. So it was very hard to fit them. We had to custom fab everything, but yeah.
So you own that, put a lot of money into it, and then what did you end up selling it for?
I sold it for 64 actually. So I did lose money technically overall, but the fact that I sold it for quite a bit more than what I paid for it over 3 years. It actually was pretty low kilometers. It was in miles, but it only had, I think it was like 93,000 miles or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It was
So
pretty
that's
low.
what, like 130
It was only like
or 120k?
No, it was like 150, 160k.
It's not 2 miles for 1 kilometer. It's 1.6.
No, almost 100k. So about 160k
What? 93,000 miles.
is almost 100,000 miles.
Oh yeah.
It's almost.
Yeah.
Where, your math here. What are you doing?
I guess that's true.
So yeah, it was like under 160k though for something that was 1993. It was pretty low, but it still needed more work. It ran, but it still needed some more work, and I sold it. So it was good. But that was my only other vehicle, and then I sold that, and the next day I got home and bought this. So it was pretty good timing, and it worked out. But that's my whole vehicle history. That's it. This is my second car. So here comes Sean's massive list.
Yeah, here comes my list. It's going to take about 45 minutes to do, so settle in. Actually, no, I'll just try to keep it brief. But first car was right when I got my learner's license when I was 16. It was a 95 Chev Cavalier. First thing I did to it, straight pipe. I cut the cat out. I didn't try to sell it. I just cut the cat out, and I took the muffler off, and it was way too loud. So we ended up finding like this MagnaFlow big cannon thing from work in the dumpster for free. So we put that on, and it still sounded like crap, but it was straight pipe. Did some I painted the spoiler on it, painted a bunch of stuff black, and I painted the rims. They were like aluminum, and I like painted them chrome with chrome spray paint. And yeah, so that was the Cavalier. And then it what else? It had a really bad coolant leak. Not really bad, but it needed a head gasket. Never ended up doing it. So that was the first one. That was a 95 Chev Cavalier. Then I moved on to a Nissan hardbody truck, which had like a really sweet paint job, and I picked it up for like $1,500 and had it for like 2 months. Not even.
Yeah.
Barely. Yeah, like I didn't even have it for that long, and I sold it for like $2,500, I think, and then it came with a set of 22s with it as well, and I sold those for like an additional $500. So I made really good money on that one. Didn't put like any work into it. I don't know. I just didn't sell. I sold it because I didn't like it. Oh yeah, and both so far they were both 5 speeds. Third one was a 2002 Pontiac Sunfire, super ricey, had a Rice body kit, Rice hood, and yeah, that was also a 5-speed, had a Rice sound system, and an exhaust and everything, like dual exhaust. Didn't do anything to that car, but I actually had that one for a little while. I had it for like...
Yeah, you did keep that one for quite a while.
Yeah, that was like probably 9 months or something like that. And then the Cavalier I had for like over a year because it was my first car. After the Sunfire, I moved on to... What the hell did I move on to? Was it my black truck?
I think it was your first truck.
No, second truck.
Or second truck, yeah.
Yeah, I think I got a 96 F-150. And that was like, I had that one for like a year and 3 months, something like that. Like, I really loved that truck. I put a 3-inch body lift in it, and I went through like 4 sets of tires. Like, I just kept getting bigger and different tires and kept making money off every set. I ended up buying a parts truck to go along with that, which was an 89 F-150. And I took it, it had a suspension lift and 35s. I took all that stuff out and put it in this, in my 96. And that one was an automatic, and it had a 302. I didn't do anything to the engine, and I just made it look really cool. I got like a roll bar in it and spare tire carrier, and like I just put like a bunch of shit into that one, and I ended up selling that for like $4,000. And after that, actually, while I had that, I think I had like 2 other cars, didn't I? Because I had the Neon.
Oh, fucking
I had a Dodge Neon for like, I don't know, a couple months before I sold it. It was like, it had a 2-liter with like it was running 20 pounds of boost on the SRT4. But it was like an SRT4 clone because it was a coupe, and all the SRT4s were 4-door sedans. So that had like $15,000 dumped into it. I didn't put that in, but it had that much into it. It had like all the gauges, it had like 260 horse. It was really fast, but it ran really bad. And it
was basically the equivalent to like a fucking turbo Honda hatch. Like it was like,
pretty
yeah,
much
you know, it's a straight line rocket, and then you go to turn and you end up in a bush.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucked. It didn't even look good. It was purple.
Oh, it was fucking purple, and it had 260 horse, but then it still had like the old ass drum brakes, which like
it drilled and slotted rotors on the front though.
Really?
Yeah.
Someone didn't just take a drill to it?
Probably.
Yeah, that was a.
Yeah, I had that rice bucket for a couple months.
Yeah.
I'd sold it because like it leaked oil, and like I honestly I think I bought it because I wanted something better on gas because I was doing a lot of commuting for the time, but
That thing was nuts.
it was not good for commuting. It like
20 pounds of boost.
yeah. I guess I mean I guess those cars can take it.
I mean, how long?
Yeah, I don't know.
And after you did actually own the Subaru, you guys,
No, you guys will see that.
yeah,
We
you guys
have-
will see that.
We
We found it. We found his,
old Subaru.
yeah, the corpse of his old Subaru.
Yeah. It was 90.
97?
Was it? It was 97 or I don't know, it was some like late 90s Impreza wagon. It actually like, as far as wagons go, it was okay. It just didn't have like any of the spoilers because it wasn't a WRX. And yeah, I had that for like a month.
That was the EJ22, right?
Yep.
That was an EJ22 stock NA that actually had about over 400,000 kilometers.
Yeah, 450,000 K on it.
Yeah, still running strong, and it actually came with a spare engine when he bought it.
Yeah.
Came with an EJ22.
Yeah. And
No idea if that even worked, but it had less kilometers, so
yeah, I think that when I sold it, I told them that they had like 150K on that engine. Probably had a lot more, I don't know. Yeah, so I had that. It had an intake on it, and once again, or actually, reason why I didn't like that one is because it leaked water somewhere, and it always got really, really moist at night, and it like the defroster worked like crap, and you couldn't see out any of the windows. So I didn't like that. I think I lost a little bit of money on that one, like a couple $100. And after that Subi, because I had that Subi, well, I had then all my other trucks. So I had an 89 F250 with a 7.3 IDI diesel in it, and it had an aftermarket turbo on it, running 7 PSI. It had all the gauges, had a 4-inch lift, and I put 35s and 2-inch spacers on it. That was a cool truck. It was actually for sale like 3 months after I sold it to the guy, and yeah, he like took off the turbo after I sold it to him for whatever reason.
yeah. And funny story is actually when the truck you had after that was that silver Dodge, right?
Yep, the 24 valve.
So it was the 24 valve was the truck right after that, and when Sean went to sell the 24 valve, he got he had me post it to a Facebook group, and I got a message that same day from someone who, it was actually the guy who bought the orange IDI from Sean and said, would he trade for this? And I showed it to Sean and said, this is your old truck, he wants to trade.
So
he had no idea, but
Yeah,
but it was his old truck.
and he wanted to trade for the 24 valve,
Yeah.
but I told him no, obviously. And yeah, I think I sold the IDI because I made really good money on that one. I made like $2,000 or like $2,500 on that one, just from painting it and doing some crappy body work. And I put a light bar on it and some other stuff. That was a fun truck. It just rode really, really hard. And then, yeah, then after that, I had the 24 valve Cummins, which you guys know all about that. And then I had the 12 valve, which you guys know all about that, obviously. And you guys will see the new truck soon. And I think that's all of them.
I think so. I don't think you
What other cars do I have?
I
I feel like there was something else in there. Like I felt like there was more than that.
No, you got the Sunfire, the Neon, the Subaru. I don't think you owned another one. Apart from that, it was all trucks.
I have a folder like at home, like not like a folder on the computer with like pictures of all the cars I've had. What? Yeah, so I think that pretty well covers my vehicle history and Tyler's vehicle history.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's
It's fine.
a little bit shorter.
Yeah. And then the Miata now, obviously.
Oh yeah, I guess we never really added that in.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can add that to my list.
Yeah,
I have 3 now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's it for this vlog, guys. We didn't drive that far, but that's because we're going to a car show right now. So yeah,
Thanks for watching, guys.
thanks for watching. See you in the next one.